of higher education is cultivated and practiced by manifesting the enlightening character of spiritual power, loving the people as they grow, and living in the highest good. By knowing how to live in the highest good, purpose is directed. When purpose is directed, calm clarity results. Calm clarity leads to peaceful poise. Peaceful poise leads to careful deliberation. Careful deliberation leads to success.
In the poem Higher Education, Confucius goes on to say, wishing to make their will sincere, they would first extend their knowledge to the utmost. Such extension of knowledge comes from investigating things. Nelson Del Rio has shaped his life's work through such investigations and is this year's recipient of the University of Washington's Charles E. Odegaard Award. The Charles E. Odegaard Award was established in 1973 to honor individuals whose leadership in the community and dedication exemplifies Dr. Charles Odegaard's work on behalf of diversity.
The thing that most excites me about naming Nelson to be the Odegaard recipient this year is that Nelson himself was an EOP scholar. And so he has benefited from this 40 years of having the EOP celebration dinner. So having a former EOP scholar come back, give back to the university, and open the doors for other students is outstanding and amazing. I think he models the global citizenship that his Sonnenblick Del Rio scholarship is designed to promote in our undergraduate students.
I went to Costa Rica with my scholarship, specifically Heredia, Costa Rica. I was able to study for 3 months down there, and I researched the indigenous laws and the discrepancies between what the law said and what was really happening. And I was able to do that by actually spending time in indigenous villages.
You know, as I've traveled the world and seen a lot of things from North Korea to Siberia to all over the world, and there's one unifying theme is that opportunity brings equality, it brings social equity and justice. I think coming to the UW when I first came, I was kind of going to start a business here, and somebody in the University of Washington Educational Opportunity Program told me that education was the path to enlightenment. And of course, being 19 years old, first I didn't know what enlightenment was, and I figured that these students probably didn't know what they were talking about, because you go to school to learn, start a business, learn a skill, and after, what is it now, 30 years, I realized UW is a path to enlightenment. I bet they were right.
You know, there's two words that I'd describe Nelson as, and focused and determined. From my first interaction with him, here was a young man who, even though on record it showed he had dropped out of high school, he was so focused and determined and disciplined that you knew he was going to get done what he set out to do. That, to this day, I'll remember as my first impression of Nelson Del Rio.
The key is, if you're going to make change, I think you need to be part of it.
Yeah.
You just can't do it from the outside, so that's what we're doing.
So Nelson Del Rio is not a friend of the School of Social Work. He is family. I mean, he is not one of those people who understands what the school is from afar. He's family, and he's family in this way. Nelson understands the heart and the soul and the mind of what the school is about. He, like family, embraces that 100%. His support for us is unconditional.
Nelson is himself a global citizen. He travels the world trying to make a difference. And he comes back to the University of Washington and provides an opportunity for others to follow in his footsteps, and for young people to have an opportunity to make a difference in this world. And for that, we're really grateful.
Nelson is all about the students. And I think he does a lot of things that will have tremendous benefit for the university and for the world right now. But Nelson's sights are set far into the future. What he sees is how this generation and future generations of Huskies are going to change the world. And that's one of the other beautiful things about Nelson and his partnership with UW.
The University of Washington, I came here as a high school dropout with no background, no opportunity. And I have been to Harvard Law School. I have worked on Wall Street. I have had every opportunity in the world. I've traveled everywhere. My son was the youngest person in history to do an expedition to the North Pole. So I went from a dropout to experiencing the world, being involved in unique places. I don't know many places where that can happen. And one thing that this university has that a lot of others don't is outreach and ability to give opportunity to people like me. And I hope that everyone here, you know, all the students involved today, when they are 20 years older, they need to give back in their own way. Whether they're a doctor, a lawyer, a social worker, each one can give back just as much, just have to find how to do it, and that's very important.